Growth therapy. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, testing. 2, 3, 1.
Oh,
See what I did there?
yeah. I think it's fine.
Okay.
I don't know. Hi.
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 Why are we getting nervous?
I don't know why I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know.
I'm nervous. I'm the one that's being told something.
I know. It's kind of an half emergency pod.
Okay, I like that.
You know what I mean?
You know what I think it is? There are pandemics, and then there are emergencies, and then there's like everyday life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, we're not a pandemic, but it is an emergency.
But it's like something that I want to talk about and get off my chest.
Ooh, I'm so excited. I know when you chose me, I was like, oh, so Rachel's busy.
No.
Well, because I was like, if it's like news, it's like, oh my God, the calm one. You know what I mean?
No,
the level-headed one.
Well, Rachel would be great for like the really intense because she's so calm.
I know. She's understanding.
She's very understanding. I mean, I did think about Rachel, but I immediately thought of you because I don't know. I just feel like you would get me.
Okay. Yeah, I do. I do. I get you. I'm here for you.
Okay, let's start.
Okay.
Hi, guys. Wait, hold on. This wire is in my fucking face.
Oh, my God. Whoa. Fire that wire. Some intern just got fired from Bro Girl Therapy. Just, who put a wire in my face? No more wires.
Okay, let's do this again.
Okay.
Hi, guys. It's me, Stefanie Maegan, your host of Bro Girl Therapy. And guess the fuck what?
What?
Rose all day, bitches.
That's my name now because your fans have made it so. My name is no longer Rose McAleese. My name is just Rose. I love it. I can't fight with the people.
We were just brainstorming earlier about how we want to do like a takeover episode.
Yep.
And it's going to be, you say.
Broke Girl Therapy, bottomless brunch, Rose all day.
Yeah.
Where we eat food and shit talk. And it's hosted by me, and then Steph will be there. You know what it'll be like not a roast, but like an intervention where it's like all your favorite people, and I just like
maybe like the cast of Broke Girl Therapy, like we all have brunch.
Yes.
How fun would that be?
That
Rose,
has to be like a live
Quay,
thing.
Rachel, Jess, like that'd be a whole thing.
Jaffra, everyone.
Imagine all the personalities at one table. It would be such a mess.
It would be a lot.
It'd be fun.
It'd be loud.
Very loud.
But like,
everyone would get along though, for sure, but it'd just be loud.
Love each other.
Yeah, it'd be really loud. And it's funny because it's like not all of you guys like know each other really. Well, you and Joffre know each other.
Yes, but like it is like a weird thing where we communicate using this podcast sometimes. Like Rachel and I's love affair is because of this podcast.
I'll give you your moment now. I know that you're eventually get there.
Hey Rachel, we were talking on Instagram. You told me to follow this account and I started following it because you followed it. I saw Rachel following this account on Instagram, so
really?
I followed this account on Instagram. And she read me Instagram captions. Remember when I was like, all I want you to do
She sent it to me and then
she sent me a voice memo. And then, because I saw Jaffra bought a fan on.
Oh, yeah.
Listen for this. Oh my God, that's very loud. I brought a fan.
Your loud fan.
My loud fan. It's called the clap fan. It clap.
I know. I thought of you, too, because that episode with me and Joffre when we had the fan was so fucking hot in here. We were dying.
Oh, okay.
Like, I feel like that's why that episode was, like, kind of, like, all over the place because we were just hot.
I do have to say.
What?
That episode was probably the funniest episode where I had to pause and laugh at moments because, like, when you were being very open and honest and vulnerable about how you want someone rubbing your booty, which is, like, sounds funny, but, like, is a very, like,
but it's true.
Steph,
like,
that's,
yeah,
like, a real
I'm
Steph
lonely.
thing. And then Jaffra, my queen of heartless hearts, like, literally was like, like, it was just
shitting on me, just like, what the fuck, you're crazy.
It was such a Jaffra, especially when she was explaining her, like when she's like telling her pussy, like, you better dry up, girl. I was like, I only know one human being who could probably control their pussy juices,
right?
and that's Jaffra.
Exactly.
And maybe,
and in my face the whole time was just like, what? Like, why would you do that?
Also, yeah, I know a lot of people don't believe this, but it makes complete sense that she doesn't know what WAP is.
Oh, for sure.
That girl's not on Instagram and like not really on social media that much.
Yeah.
Because she's she's busy doing other things.
She honestly is like in her own world.
Yes. She runs a small business.
Yeah.
She got shit to do. She got taxes. And we're just like, trying to learn that.
And I'm always online because it's literally my job.
Yeah, it's and that's okay.
Yeah.
You're so good at it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Which job are you doing?
All of them.
Okay, thank
All
you.
the
Because I have
jobs.
like 5 jobs.
You're real. Yes, and I respect that because
Thank
I
you.
also too have 5 million jobs. So
LA,
like,
it's LA shit, you know?
it is. It's a. Let's be. It's a what I call parentheses, like the coastals. You know what I mean? It's like an East Coast thing. It's also like a West Coast, like Los Angeles things. The
Right.
coasts, you got to have a hustle. More than one.
Exactly. And I have 2, 3, something like that.
Starts counting them.
I'm like, I don't even know anymore.
So
Anyway. Okay, I really don't know where to begin. I'm just freestyling this whole thing. Okay, so we all know I went through a breakup. And that shit was really intense. And I think...
Ooh, damn. Waiting on bated breath because you're drinking now.
Yeah.
Okay. You've also been like having a drinking problem. Like you're dribbling your water out.
I know,
it's very
I can't.
weird.
Am I a child?
I don't know. Maybe you just feel so like, ooh.
Yeah,
so
maybe I'm like
giddy.
really jumpy. I think I am really like jumpy. I can't like focus.
Okay, let's focus.
Okay. And I'm sober too. I can't blame it on anything. Okay.
No.
So I've been and I've been talking about on the show. I did an episode with Rachel called Post-Breakup. And we just talked about pretty much everything that happened with me and Morgan, about how he's back with his ex-girlfriend. Did we talk about this?
Yes, we did. It's so weird. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. This shit's crazy. You couldn't
Crazy.
make this shit up.
I could, yes. And this was only like a little over 2 months ago. And I feel like so much has happened, you know?
Whoa, wow, it's been 2 months. What is time? It's September. It's almost
Right.
October.
And this happened in June.
There's an election in 48 days.
No, that's happened in
Whoa,
July.
Why do I know
Yeah, I
that?
know, I
Why do I
know.
know the election? Well, I know that my birthday's in 46
There you go.
days.
Yeah.
That's why I'm counting down the election, is because it's like probably my birthday, aka Halloween. It's probably the last time we as humans will either celebrate.
Yeah, oh, that's so sad. Please.
We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna
Okay,
celebrate
okay.
and kick it. Even though Halloween's canceled,
Okay,
it's
okay.
not.
Right.
It's just become my birthday.
Yeah. It's just your birthday. Now this is your chance to actually, for it to just be your birthday.
I'm turning 31 on October 31st, and it's a Saturday.
This is your golden birthday.
Boo-doo-doo. Oh my
What are you
God, do
gonna
you know what
do?
a silver birthday is?
No.
Have you
what
heard
the
about
fuck?
this? Sorry, a silver birthday is
we'll
the
get to it.
age. Okay, the silver birthday is the age you were with that inappropriate person that you had that was older than you, that you once
What the
dated.
fuck?
So, example, my silver birthday would be 34. That's how old the dude I dated when I was 22 was. So it's that dude
Why-
or that person in your life that was like too old for you. That's your silver birthday.
Oh, I was 24 and this guy was 34. He's actually the man that made the theme song for the show. My ex-boyfriend.
I love that.
Maybe
so yeah,
that's-
so
maybe
your
that's my
silver
silver
birthday is
birthday.
34.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, sorry, we're distracted. So
we
yes, I'm
cannot
turning
keep up.
31, my
Okay.
golden birthday. I don't have any plans quite yet, but like I did, but you
Yeah,
know,
we'll
COVID
figure it
happened.
out.
It's fine. But what happened to you?
Okay, so we know Morgan got back with his ex, and it's been very, very depressing. He's loud and proud. Go check his Instagram. His girlfriend is the profile picture.
Which I think is so weird.
At Satowski. I'm just kidding. I should not plug him in. Whatever.
You know what?
Whatever. Honestly, fuck it.
It's
fuck it.
2020.
Fuck
Fuck it.
Fuck it. You did that for a reason. You did that to shove it in my face, and you did that to fucking let everyone else know who the fuck you're with. So there you go. Go check out his fucking Instagram. Anyway.
I do think that's really weird. That's very high school.
Very high school.
I just think it's weird in general to like, it's different than like, I mean, if you look at my profile, it's like literally every other photo is Anthony, but like.
But to make your fucking avatar, like your profile picture,
weird.
like your girl, like, I don't know.
Does she run his account now? Is that what she's saying? Like, she's like, I'm the manager.
The social
I'm
media
the captain now. You know what I mean? It's weird.
No, he's just, you know that he's a little bit
He got some insecurities. It's fine.
insecurities. Yeah, exactly. You know, he's dealing with some shit.
And she's got, you know, to be like, I'm his girl. You know,
Right.
She's staking her claim.
They're very loud.
Yes.
Very loud. So good for them. Happy for the happy couple.
I'm not clapping. Fuck that shit.
So happy for you guys. And it's fine. I'm not tripping. I'm okay. But we're okay over here.
You're going to look back at this footage and see my face.
We're doing just fine.
I'm fine.
I am okay.
I'm fine. You know what? I give no fucks. I'm fine. That's your inner dialogue right now. I'm fine.
We're okay. We're killing it, okay? We're good.
I'm winning. You're the lady in a Lifetime original movie that's like, I'm fine. And then she goes in the shower and she's like,
Literally. Literally.
That's okay. The shower is the best place to cry next to an airplane.
Yeah.
Oh, I love crying on airplanes.
You know what? I have cried on an airplane. You're right.
It's a safe space because no one can hear you. They can't hear you fart. They can't hear you scream. They can't hear you.
They can always
cry.
hear me snore, though, because I snore.
Oh, that is true. Why is it that you can hear people snore on airplanes?
And you hear babies crying.
Yes, because they're rude.
Okay, let's get back to it.
Sorry. Okay, we're going. We're distracting. Stop it. Let's focus.
Yes, I know. So, you know, he's back loud and proud, yada, yada, yada. And I think, here's the thing. I'm telling myself that this is such an important time of my life because this is like the healing process, right? So we do things and we go through the motions, the ups and downs just to heal. And I'm in therapy now. So,
fuck yeah.
So I pay every Monday, actually. The day that I premiere my show is also the day that I have therapy. So it's like Mondays are like, is it, you know?
Yes, therapy is not expensive anymore.
It's a little expensive, but we just a little richer. That's it. I'm not even rich at all, but I'm not as...
Let's just say we're therapy rich.
We're therapy rich.
The same way that some people are printer rich. You know, like some people own printers.
I don't even have a fucking printer. I want a printer, but okay, distraction.
Okay, sorry, continue. So we have therapy on Mondays, which I'm so proud of you about.
Yes.
Huge advocator for that.
Thank you. Same. And so, you know, I'm going through the motions, and one day okay, so, fuck.
You okay?
So there's this guy that I was always kind of interested in.
Okay.
Your face.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so me and Morgan broke up. I'm feeling a little better, but at the same time, I'm just like, if Morgan can be fucking happy, I can be fucking happy.
Damn right you can be happy.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
I've been working on myself. I can do this.
Yeah, you're doing it.
Yes. I'd like, you know, I just, so I'm like, okay. I'm a little curious about this guy. And he's, I've never met him.
Do we know he's real?
He's real.
Okay.
Okay, so I decided to, because this guy that I've been interested in, so I decided to just hit him up.
Okay.
Let's DM him. Let's shoot my motherfucking shot.
And the NBA is playing again, so you might as well. Come on.
There you go. And I don't know, like I always saw, like okay, so we've been following each other on Twitter and Instagram and social media for a while. We never met, but he's, you know, just from the interwebs, just found each other, and he's been very supportive of me and the show. So
I love a supportive bae. I love a supportive bae.
And so
get you a sports bra, boo.
Yeah. Get you a sports bra.
Get you a sports bra. Get you someone to support.
Yeah, and honestly,
and
like coming from Morgan, where I was just so gaslighted and just shamed for like who I am and what I do, I just was getting more drawn to somebody, you know, who just is like very supportive of me, you know? And so I decided to hit him up, and let me just read the DM. Fuck it. Right here.
Oh my God, we're doing a live reading. It's like Masterpiece Theater. This is so exciting. Wait a second, this is so exciting. Okay. I'm wearing shorts, so I'm like sticking to the leather seats, but like,
okay, let me. Actually, I don't.
Do you want me to read them? I'll read them like a slam poet.
Hold on. A slam poet.
Girl, I'm really good at bad slam poetry.
I just said, you know, like, I kind of like responded to something, and then I said, thank you. And I was like, by the way, thank you for always supporting the show. It means a lot. If you're ever in LA, we should hang out. I feel like we already know each other just from the internet anyway.
Where's he from? He's
from Oakland.
A baby.
Yeah.
A baby. Okay, keep going.
Okay. Rose, I've never seen you this excited.
Well, this is excitement. Like, okay, let's be honest. I'm in love, so I'm like one of those like stupid Disney animated birds where I'm like, oh, everyone else be in love. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he just said, your podcast is super dope and no bullshit. I think you're super close to the things hitting the next level for you. I'll definitely hit you up next time in LA, and if the world isn't so fucked up, LOL, to hang out. I've stopped myself a couple of times from randomly responding to stuff from the pod because I'm like, man, you can't be responding like she know you, even though the show, I feel like I know you, LOL.
Oh my God, wait, stop. This is a long response.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he wrote you, that is a tight paragraph. Ooh. That's cool.
I feel bad, actually. Should I be reading this?
No, it's fine.
It's part of the story.
It's part of the story. It's part of the podcast.
Yes.
Well, let's be honest. Bebe, we are testing your limits.
Let's call him Chris, because his name starts with a C. We'll call him Chris.
Okay, Chris.
Chris is his name. So
you know your little, like, I love your brokies. That's what I'm calling your broke
Oh my
fans,
God,
your brokies. So you know your brokies are going to go through your Instagram and go through every C name.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's just the only clue I'm gonna give because I have to keep things on lock here. I said, oh, thank you. Yeah, I still remember you being one of the first people to give the show some love, and it's honestly helped me keep pushing. So thank you for real. And I said, feel free to respond. I feel like I know you even though I don't know you. I said I could tell you have a good spirit for real. It's dope. And then, like, we kind of just kept talking, and then I eventually
I don't want to read, but just scroll so I can see.
Yeah. And eventually...
Oh my God, you guys talked. I can't see because you guys, I have glasses.
Yeah, this is where we debut your new glasses.
This is where we debut my glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, now I can read it. Okay, no, I won't look.
But then eventually I just gave him my number. I was like, you know what? Because we were kind of rambling. I was like, here's my number. Just talk whenever.
Here's my 7 digits. Mm-hmm. Hit me up. It's a pandemic. Mm-hmm. Chris from the Bebe.
Chris from the Bebe.
Oh,
Chris Bebe. Chris Bebe.
Okay.
Yes, and then he texts me, and then we eventually talk on the phone, and that was on I would say a Friday, and we were on the phone for like 4 to 5 hours.
That's always a good sign. Mm-hmm. That's always good, because what the thing is about I feel like the phone conversation is very lost art nowadays. It gives me anxiety.
The best. I love phone conversations.
I know you do. I hate them.
Why do you hate them?
Oh my God, there's literally...
I know, I always randomly FaceTime you and you never pick up.
And I'm like a girl where I'm like, you gotta text me, so you gotta warn me.
I know,
you're
somebody who needs to schedule time to, like, you need to mentally prepare yourself for
it. Because I'm always like, I want to give someone my devoted time, but I'm easily distracted, as people can probably tell in these conversations. So when it's like, someone's like, I'm gonna call you, it's like, no, I carve out time in my day, so like, they're the only thing that I'm like, thinking about. But there's literally only 3 people who call me that I pick up. My parents, I guess that's 2 people. My parents, Anthony, and then my friend Lauren. But Lauren will literally text me and go, it's not a big deal. Then will call me 2 seconds later. And then I'm like, okay, I'll answer. But then there's sometimes where she won't. I know, and then it's you. Oh my God. Or my sister. My sister will call me and I'm like, I mentally can't do it. But I think phone calls are very important because in this day and age, it's a very lost art. And it's like, if you have a smooth enough conversation, you're like, oh, like I'm just talking to someone. Yeah. It's not weird.
Yeah. And it was great. We just instantly, like, he instantly opened up to me, and we just really opened up to one another. And I remember, like, after I got off the phone, I was like, oh. Like, I just, like, sat on the couch just, like, smiling for, like, 10 minutes. I swear to God. I was like, this is crazy, but I'm just going to just chill.
It felt good. It felt good.
It felt good. It felt great. It felt great. And then the next day, we ended up on the phone for 10 hours.
That's a whole day.
It's a whole day.
Well, that's like being awake. But that's a 10 hours?
10 hours straight.
Your phone survived 10 hours? Because you know there's a new Apple like update. So people's phone batteries are dying.
I mean, shit, I'm at home. I could just plug it in the charger. I have my AirPods.
Okay. Yes. Okay, AirPods. Yeah. I don't have those. But okay, AirPods. Wait, so 10 hours on the phone. And it was just like seamless, organic.
Yeah.
Butterflies, like kind of like old. Remember, like in high school, you would just call your boo just to hear them breathing. Like it was so corny. Or you would
like fall asleep on the phone.
Yeah, or like, no, you hang up. No, you hang up. And now it's
actually, I was never allowed to fall asleep on the phone because my parents would take away my phone at night.
I mean, my parents would too, but like I do remember. I do remember one time being at my grandma's house and she had a cord phone, and I hid in the closet to call my boyfriend, and she found me, and I was like, "How'd you find me?" And it was like the cord. She followed the cord. Like having a cordless phone was like a huge privilege, and having a phone in your room.
Or if you had your own like landline.
Yes.
Spoiled
Okay. Yes.
bitches always had like my roommate's not even spoiled, but back in the day she had like her own landline when she was younger, and I'm like, that's fucking like, I'm so jealous. I wanted that so bad.
Also, we need to remind people that are listening, like when we say your own phone in your room, we mean like an actual phone, like pre-cell phones. Like,
yeah, no, like a landline.
Yes. I wanted my own phone in my room, and I wanted a landline, but I wanted that clear phone. You know, that was like from Clarissa Explains It All and like Babysitter's Club. Like I was like, I want that phone. Yeah. Never got it.
I always say, like, I never got it too, don't worry. We had like, at one point, we eventually got the cordless phone, and I would be like in my room with the cordless phone, but my like brothers would like listen on like the bass and
yes, because they would just pick it up.
Yeah. Fuck.
But you could time it perfectly though to not get caught. Like I remember being like, if I wanted to listen to my
Gen
sister,
Zs could never.
I know. Well, okay, you know how bad it is. I was in a writer's room for a show, and it was like a flashback that happens in like the 80s, and I write in the script landline. And the scriptie at the time, I think she was like 20. She came up and was like, I didn't write landline. I wrote, all he hears is a dial tone. And the scriptie was like, what's a dial tone? And I was like,
because there's no dial tones anymore.
I kind of like miss a dial tone.
Dial tone, yeah.
Also, I really miss like the like satisfaction of like hanging up a phone. Like you can't like, you go like,
you're like, oh, you're like, dumb.
You smash your finger. But like back in the days when it was like a razor, and you'd be like, I'm over this. Click. And
I never had the razor, unfortunately.
Oh, I loved that phone.
Me too. I was so jealous. I always loved it with Mariah Carey's "Shake It Off" music video. I loved her with her razor.
Yes, that was when like music videos were like sponsored by like AT&T and Verizon, and you could get them for free. Okay, sorry. Back to the story. So 10 hours on the phone with this boy on your mobile phone that you pay for yourself because you independent lady. Mm-hmm. So your landline in your room, and you. So how did it feel?
It felt amazing. It did.
I love that.
And like, you know, he's obviously, prior to us talking, like he's seen the show. He's heard that I was going through a breakup, and he is like very respectful of that. And like literally ever since then, and that was about like 3 weeks ago, we've just been talking every single day. And like,
this is so exciting. Okay. Oh my God. Do you still? Because I still get butterflies whenever I see Anthony's name on my phone. Like I still get like, oh, what's he texting me? Even if it's like a simple like, you know, hey or hi. It's exciting. It's exciting,
and it really has helped me kind of move forward from Morgan. I mean, I didn't end up calling Morgan on his birthday. I was like, fuck it. I don't need to call you. I could call Chris.
I don't think he has a birthday.
Why?
I don't know, because I don't think Morgan deserves to be celebrated. I'm sorry. I don't think he has a birthday.
And it's, you know, and I'm feeling good because I'm like, okay, I'm not ugly crying anymore. I'm talking to this guy who's amazing. And it's crazy. Like, I feel like, you know, when the Manifest a Man episode came out, and even the Long Distance, like all these like episodes that were like before I even started talking to him, it like all those things that I was saying was really manifesting and just putting together like this man, you know, this moment.
Right. Or obviously this man existed, right? That's the most amazing thing about like life. And this man already existed, but then to have you not be surrounded by the storm cloud that was Morgan, or the storm cloud that you created because of the breakup,
it was like,
which is
oh my
fine.
God, I have everything like cleared. A healthy.
Yes. Like, and you saw him, you're like, oh yeah, this guy, he comments on stuff and like whatever.
Right.
You know what?
And like we have like we like a lot of the same things, and so same music. So we really bonded over that.
He likes Ariana Grande too.
Besides Ariana Grande.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine.
He likes Kehlani.
Oh, okay, great.
There we go.
Awesome. Oh, wow. So so he understands women.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's not raised. Well, yeah, he's raised by a woman, but like he has all sisters. Oh. So he like really just understands women.
I just think men that listen to Kehlani are like women who listen to Drake. It's like almost getting into the psyche of like a person you don't get to talk to normally.
He loves R&B, and he's like a music nerd, and he's great. He's honestly really fucking great. And he's a Cancer.
Which is whoa!
And it's crazy because in the Long Distance episode, I'm like, I want to date a Cancer.
They're
and then
he
told me he was a Cancer. I was like, shut the fuck up, Chris.
Cancer Chris. That sounds weird. I'm sorry. We're not going to call him Cancer
Don't call him that.
That's bad. But we like astrology crab Chris, Crabby Chris. Crabby Chris. If that's your made up name.
Bay Chris. Well, we'll figure it out.
Okay, Chris Bay, Crab Bay. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so, and then what has it been like, though? Because now here we are talking about it, right? Mm-hmm. And I know that, like, when we were talking about how Morgan had issues with this show, obviously this guy Chris knows you, and I think that's healthy for you.
That's the thing. Like, he's been listening to the show for, like, 3 years.
Oh, wow.
So he's like seen me kind of go through it.
So, wow. So he's like a friend, like a shortstop, you know, just kind of like, wait, you don't, come on. I'm quoting Dilemma by Nelly and Kelly Rowland. I'm going to wait out like a shortstop.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's also a baseball metaphor, just to let you know. That's what a shortstop does. It's the person between second and third base, or first and second. I don't know, but they're there. Just like to catch a ground ball or something up the tip.
Is that a good thing to be a shortstop?
Yeah, but it's like a person that kind of like just is in the wings, just chilling and waiting.
Right.
And it's not like he's waiting for you, but he's just like someone that was
just
like
living his life,
doing it, supporting you, a fan of you.
And it's just great because it's like it's so awkward nowadays to like meet someone new and have to explain what I do in my show.
Yep.
Especially with my show, it's like they're gonna have the assumption like, oh, you're just dating me for content, and I hate that because that's not why I'm dating. I'm actually trying to find the right person for me. Yeah, you know, and it just so happened that I talk about it. Like,
but it's also like you have other things on the show. You know what I mean? Like you have people like we did a long distance episode that had nothing to do with like you. It was just like, what does long distance look like?
Right.
Or like when you had my friend Josephine on, it was like, what does a marriage look like? Like this is a podcast that you are the vocal point in the middle ground, but you tackle everything about what it's like to be a millennial dating in this like weird world.
It's beyond just me at this point, you know? So
isn't that beautiful and amazing?
Yeah.
You got your little podcast family and everything.
Yeah, I do. It's great.
Okay, so you talk to him for 10 hours. Mm-hmm. You communicate every single day.
Yes. And so I think after a week of talking, he was like, I want to come down and see you.
Oh my God. He's willing. He wants to come. Isn't that crazy? Bitch, you bought a plane ticket to, I can't even remember what state.
Alabama.
Don't think about Alabama a lot. Sorry, Alabama. I just don't think about you a lot at all. But like, or the Dakotas. But anyway, so you bought a ticket to Alabama.
Mm-hmm. Pay for the hotel. Yeah.
And then here's a guy that's just like, yeah, I could do that. I could see you.
I'm going to go drive and just see you for a couple hours.
He's going to drive?
Yeah. So, okay, to be fair, he was already in Central California, and he was like, well, I'm already halfway there, so I'm just going to drive 3 hours to go see you.
Oh, my God. Wait, this has already happened?
Yeah. Girl, this is the beginning of the story. Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, oh, my God, this is crazy. Like, I was, like, super excited, you know, and we met, and it was super, like, I didn't want him to leave. Like, we went to Echo Park, and we just walked around and just talked and just kind of told each other how we felt. He told me he likes me, and I told him I like him, you know, and Rose, your face. And but I just said, like, you know, it is a tough situation because I just got out of a relationship that was so toxic and just a lot, you know? And at that point, it was only like a month and a half or something like that.
Right.
So I was like, I just said, like, my main focus right now is me.
Right.
Above just trying to just like rush into a relationship. Like, I need to focus. And he was like, and honestly, he's going through something on his end too, that he's like, no, my healing is also important. Like, we're both very like, we need to heal. Like, he just, like, so he gets it. He goes to therapy. He's been going to therapy for years.
So sexy.
So he's just like this, and that's what I just really, really just like gravitated towards, the fact that he's like this man who just like owns up to his emotions and goes to therapy and is just always working on himself. Like, he's literally so incredible. Like, I just.
And vulnerability is not a weakness. It's just a thing humans experience.
Exactly. And like, of course, as any other man has gone through in their life, like, he struggled with like, you know, trying to be super masculine or like trying to like stick to like the masculinity thing and don't show emotions.
Means,
don't show emotions, but then really realize that he obviously carried a lot of emotions, and so he is in therapy to always just know how to like
to touch back on that and be like, look, there's
and
nothing
work on
wrong
himself.
with it.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly. So I appreciate that. I think he's just that's just like the biggest thing about him that I just like absolutely am attracted to, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why you've been MIA.
Have I been MIA?
Well, just because like I've noticed on social media, I was like, oh wow, you're really like not posting you. You know what I mean? Like you're posting a lot. Girl, of course I noticed. I am a Nancy Drew. Actually, I got a letter from
where's she at?
I got a letter from I have a pen pal who's in prison.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he's like my sister's. It's a long story, but he's my sister's ex-boyfriend that my family kind of like took under his wing and everything. And I love him, but we write each other. His little brother is getting married. And I was like, I'm going to find out who to who. And I found out within like 10 minutes. I just like looked on Instagram.
Oh, yeah,
I don't even follow his brother anymore. Like and his brother doesn't go by his name anymore on Instagram. So I was like, duh. So like I noticed that I was like, oh, Steph's doing a lot of promotion. Like that's great. That's amazing. Just promotion. And just like the videos that you're posting. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then to see
behind the scenes was
like you weren't MIA because obviously you would return a text. But like just realizing this is big. And I think it's also really important because, like you said, you're healing. So, like, even in mentioning this on the podcast shows that you have respect for this guy in particular, where you're like, oh, this feels different. Like, I don't want to open this up on sharing it with, like, my other family, which is this podcast, right away.
Right.
You could just tell it felt differently.
Oh, yeah. It's different. It's completely different. But I'll get to it. So, he did come, and we obviously talked about our feelings to one another, and he did, you know, and I didn't want him to go, but obviously he was tired. So he drove back home to Oakland, literally, like, the same day. He only hung out in LA for, like, 3 hours or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then just drove back.
Wow.
I know.
I bet his car has great gas mileage. That's crazy. Okay.
I think he rented a car.
Oh, he got money. He got car rental money. That's crazy. It's expensive to rent cars.
It is.
I looked into it recently. Yeah. But anyways, okay.
Yeah. So then, but we just been talking every single day, and even my roommate notices too. Because it's funny because like when we first started talking, she was out of town. She was at her sister's all weekend, and then when she came back, she just noticed that I was just like on the phone for like hours in my room, you know? And then I come out and she's like home, you know? And she's like, she looks at me all funny. She's like, are you talking to Morgan? And
oh
I
my
was
God,
like,
no. She would have I feel like she asked that question,
but she was
but
like,
in her heart of hearts.
But she was like, who are you talking to? Are you talking to Morgan? Like, she was just like, because you could tell that I was talking to someone I was interested. It wasn't just like Jafra or like, you know?
Like, it was, let's be honest, you were doing that laugh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, I was just like, you know.
Like, you weren't doing like your natural laugh. You were doing the,
And I'm just like, I'm like, you know, tucked away, like,
yes,
door shut, you know what I mean? So it's like she's just like, who the fuck are you on the phone
Also, your
with?
roommate is someone else who I've never met, but I always like admire and really like,
I
especially
think you
because
have met her.
Like I feel
At
like
my birthday.
briefly, like one time at your birthday, but like don't know that well personally. We like admire each other, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But she's someone where I like when you're like explaining this, I'm like, she is kind of like a mom figure to you because she's such a great role model and just a good human.
I love her.
She's amazing. So it's like one of those funny things that she's like sitting you down, being like, please tell me it's not Morgan.
She's like, what the fuck is going on? Like she knew that my like behavior was different, you know, and I was like, I'm talking to Chris. She's like, who the fuck is Chris? Like she was.
That's
just
how I feel.
like,
Who the fuck is Chris?
And I told her like we've been talking on the phone like for hours. She's just like, what the fuck? Like I'm gone for 3 days and you're in like a whole ass like relationship. I was like, I don't know, whatever, you know. So yeah, so we've just been talking every day for like 3 weeks, and it feels right. Like we've even told each other like this shit feels right.
Right.
Like, it's like no games.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you're obviously both open to it.
Right.
I don't know his situation.
We want the same things in life.
Yes. But obviously he's in a position, his situation with healing and everything, and I respect that, that he is able to open up to you as well. And like, let's be honest, like you guys probably had opportunities where this could have happened, but you have to be in the right place at the right time to meet this person.
Exactly.
Like eclipsing. You know, you kept missing each other, and then it just lined up perfectly.
Yep.
there's not like a bad side of this story, is there? Like, I'm waiting for like you to be like, and now I met his baby mama or something like that.
No, there's no baby mom. There's no ex-girlfriend. There's no other woman. Like, there's none of that. It's great. It's honestly kind of perfect. Like,
it's good.
It's great. So,
and there's your episode. That's it. And it's a wrap.
That's it.
Wow.
Show's over. No. Okay. But so, this past weekend, he was like, "I want to come see you again," because I'm planning. I was planning on going to Oakland, and he was like, "Wait, let me come see you first." So I was like, "Okay," and so he came out and
again,
drove all the way from Oakland.
Okay.
Are you okay?
You've seen this boy twice?
Yes.
This is the first time I've ever heard any of this.
Yes.
This shit is crazy. Okay, so we see him twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was gonna do the same thing as he did last time, where he was like, "I'm just gonna come hang out for like a couple hours and then drive back." I was like, "No, like you just have to stay here. Like,
Stay here, just right here
in my
my bosoms."
And and I was like, you just have to like spend the night or whatever. And like at first I was little, like I wasn't sure if he could spend the night at my place because, just COVID, COVID, my roommate, yada yada. And so I was like,
you gotta respect the cat.
The cat, exactly. The cat like needs its So, I just said like, just get a hotel, So he's like, okay, so you got a hotel. Why?
This is just amazing. Keep going.
Yeah, and so he's like, okay, I'll get a hotel for the night. Actually, it turns out my roommate ended up going out of town this weekend too, so he could have stayed, but because he couldn't get a refund, we were just like, okay, we'll spend the day at my place and then just go to the hotel.
But staycations are kind of nice.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
who doesn't love a nice hotel room?
Yeah,
just
to
be
bump
like,
the AC.
You're not paying for it.
Exactly.
Run the hot water. Take a bath.
Just have the TV running.
Yes. Just in the background because you can.
Exactly.
Turn on the heat and the AC. Just like fuck the environment. Enjoy the hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And so, we got to the hotel. We're having some tequila. And out of nowhere, I got fucking sad. Like,
oh God.
Sad. Like, I miss Morgan.
No.
No. Okay, let me explain.
Go ahead. Wow, maybe you really should have had Rachel on here. She would have been more sympathetic. Okay, I'm gonna be Rachel.
No, be you. It's okay.
Okay. When I'm not making, before you said the M word, what you described,
the
M. Come on, don't do that to your white friend. Don't do that to your white friend.
I thought you said I said the N word. I was like,
M, Mary, Morgan, the Morgan word. Before you said the Morgan word, what you were describing, I was like, oh, I know that feeling. Because off the air what I told you what happened before I met Anthony. Really shitty incident happened to me, and I like remember experiencing that, like being with him and then just being hit with that sadness because you can't control your feelings sometimes, and it gets triggered in the weirdest ways.
Yeah,
you're like, oh God. So yes,
I thought I'd been okay.
Yeah, and that's fine. But there's this thing in recovery of all kinds called the pink cloud effect, where you think that you're going really great. Everything's awesome. Everything's great.
I'm laughing, I'm kicking.
Woo, yes.
Just fine.
But it's a pink cloud. And then you realize, like, oh, this is just a phase. This is just some haze. Oh, nope, I got too high too quickly. And then reality hits. But you have to remember, you have to hit the peaks and the valleys, like, they happen.
Right.
But, like, know that I'm not, like, judging you because you got sad. The reason
I just know you just want me to be happy. You want me to not feel that
way. But the
way.
reason is, as much as I tease you about it, I get it. I know that feeling when you're like, of all the people to ruin this. Like, here it is. It's like,
I'm like, why is he fucking haunting my motherfucking mind? And I realized as I gave it some thought and had therapy on Monday, like the day after everything happened, like I realized it's because I've just been missing Morgan since he physically moved back to Alabama, and that was in November. And we've had so many plans to visit each other. We had plans at one point to go to Vegas. You know, I was supposed to go there. He's supposed to come here. Like, there was just so many times that we've talked about just visiting each other and staying at a hotel. And like, and I remember just fantasizing for this entire year being at a hotel with Morgan and like, you know, like flying out to see him in Alabama and like got a great hotel. You know, like I was really like excited to be in a hotel with Morgan.
I get that. And then here you were experiencing it and you're like, it's really that fucking easy.
Yeah.
You were like, fuck. It's that easy. He gaslighted me to make me think I was difficult and you weren't worthy of the hotel, of the travel, of all that. And here you were with a guy you've been talking 10 hours on the phone with for less than a month.
Yeah.
Just to be like, motherfucker, it's really that easy.
Yeah.
I get that sadness.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Exactly. Like I was like, oh, like, yeah.
It doesn't matter
like,
that Chris
why-
was there. It's not about Chris.
Right.
It's about you and all these amazing actions that Chris, it just reminds you, you're like, fuck, I wasted so much time. And yet this feeling is still in my stomach.
Like I like was trying to cry.
No, cry. It feels good.
I know. I
it's
just like to tell
okay.
my story first before I just start
Oh my
bawling.
God. Okay, yeah. Wait, if you pinch your nose here, apparently I learned this. Let's see if this is true. So apparently if you pinch here
Yeah, I just
and
wanna
like
fuck
rub
with
it a
my
little
contour.
bit. Well, it's fine. It is fine. But like if you just pinch here, apparently it will help with your like crying.
Oh really?
Yeah, I saw him on, I
Yes,
don't know if
okay,
it's
I don't
real
know.
or not.
Maybe it was like a distraction, so now I
I
don't
guess
feel
it
like
is. It's like the whole thing where it's like punch yourself in the leg when your
Yeah.
arm hurts or something. Anyways.
Right, yeah. So yeah, I just like was like, damn, like I've this entire year, since November 2019, like I've just been like just fantasizing and just hoping and praying and excited for the moment that I just got to spend this quality time in a hotel with Morgan, you know? And like Chris is fucking, I mean, like if anything, everything Morgan, like he's literally the complete opposite of Morgan every single way.
Word.
Every single, only thing they have in common is that they're black. That's it.
Yeah, okay.
That's
well,
it. But everything else, like personality and just mind and everything, is just like complete
180. Just
180.
completely different.
Like, I almost said his name. Chris is literally the epitome of the man that I want to end up with someday.
And deserve, because he sounds amazing.
He's fucking incredible. And, you know, like, and I could just tell, like, when we were spending time together, Morgan's just fucking haunting me, you know? And I'm just
As they do.
I'm seeing Chris just in the moment, like, he made me a playlist.
You know I'm a sucker for a dude
Me
who makes
too.
playlists.
Me too. That shit gets me.
Oh, because these songs will forever.
And he has great music taste. Like, that's, oh my God.
He likes Kalani. Of course he has great music taste.
And like he knows what I like, you know, so he made a playlist for me and it was just pretty much like all love songs and songs that he felt about me. And he just, you could tell like he was, and I was excited too, don't get me wrong, like I've been just so excited to spend time with him, you know, but it's just like, this sucks. Like he's in this moment with me and like here I am halfway in there.
Yeah, but that's see what you just did there? You're halfway there. Like
Yeah.
that hotel room is like you getting past that moment means you're
Yeah.
getting further from Morgan. You're getting
Right.
closer to your heart healing and getting over the heartbreak.
Right.
It's probably the most awkward situation because here you were sharing it with Chris in this hotel room. And it's like with all the variables, it didn't, if you actually break it down, it had nothing to do with Chris.
No,
and it had
nothing to-
nothing to do with Morgan
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
It's just the actions of having someone who cares about you, like putting, you know, action behind their words, and then you realizing that you're worth all of that fucking effort to then get it, and you're kind of like, I thought I would feel different about this.
Right.
You know, I thought I would be rejoicing in it, and instead
Right.
you're sad because it reminds you of what you just
Right.
got over.
Exactly.
But it's also reminding you of what's to come.
Exactly.
What greatness you're about to get. And in a weird way, this is going to sound crazy, but that moment right there, you lost a huge chunk of Morgan out of your heart. Like
Yeah.
it hurt, but he got basically crowbarred out. And in that moment, you had to mourn in a weird way, Morgan. You
Yeah.
had to like let him go.
And that's exactly what that was. Like I literally like I felt bad because, I mean, I've been open to him about like times when I would be kind of like triggered or upset about certain things that I would remember about Morgan, like all the just the shit that would be has said and done, whatever. And like I vented to him about it, so he understands like the healing process that I'm on, and but in that moment it was like, and I cried to him. I cried in bed, and I just told him like,
in those nice hotel sheets.
yeah, and I just told him like, you like don't deserve this. Like I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to be like so tunnel vision on someone, and that person have someone else in the back of their mind too. And like that shit hurts. And he's like, and he's just so understanding. He's like, no, like I mean, I trust me. Like I would never want to rush you into anything. Like I support you. Like I'm here. Like I understand that that's happening with you. Like, but I'm here to support you. We didn't kiss or anything. Honestly, we didn't do anything. We just like.
I think that's better.
Yeah.
I mean, as
we
much
just kind
as
of
this
just like
podcast is
cuddled.
about sex, I think it's better that you didn't, especially because he opened up about how he's healing, and I always feel like that's like okay, then let's just take the physical side off the table for now.
Right.
You can't. Sometimes sex is amazing, great, and I love it.
Oh yeah, and I was also like second day of my period, so sex was not gonna happen. I like bled. I literally leaked on the white sheets.
Well, they're hotel sheets that you don't have to worry about.
Exactly. So it's fine. I wasn't tripping.
But yeah, but it's like it's great because I feel like, we've talked about this. Sometimes you use sex as a form of healing and you're mad at someone. So you're like, let's just have sex. But like when you take it out of the equation, you have to talk about there's other ways to get intimate. That's why friendships mean so much, is because we don't have sex, right?
Right.
Like that's why you have to go in other ways to show your friends that you care.
Right.
Because there's, oh my God, Zoom tight. Brought to you by COVID. Just kidding. It's also
I hate you.
Okay, but wait,
brought to you by COVID.
Another sidebar though, it's like, am I sneezing because of allergies, the wildfires, or COVID?
Exactly.
Who knows? The
Who
world
knows at this
literally
point?
and figuratively
Just
on
fucking
fire.
Live your life.
Live your life. Find your Chris. Go to a hotel room. Life is
and
short.
And then cry.
Cry. But like, it's good that you didn't have sex, and it's obvious that he probably has his, I don't want to say female Morgan, but like his equivalent to whatever that he's trying to get over. So obviously that's why he's like, no, I get it. Because it's not even like your mind is on Morgan. It's just your mind is on what it was and what that relationship meant to you.
Right, exactly. And the expectations that I wanted out of it that didn't ever happen.
But we're so easy. These expectations were so low. I read a tweet that like punched me in the stomach, which was, are you actually low maintenance or so used to being ignored?
Oof.
I know. I don't know who said it, but she's Oprah, basically.
I know.
But, like, that's what it is that you're like, I just had these, like, little tasks for you. Come visit me. Come see me. Just little things like that.
Make the effort. Show up.
And you were...
Show the fuck up.
And you did it. You bought the hotel room. You bought the ticket. So you put your cards on the table and you're like, okay, this is what I'm working with. And then you weren't met with that. Then here's fucking Chris goddamn Oakland A-Bay cancer-loving motherfucker. Chris, I'm your biggest fan right now. Don't fuck it up. But like,
honestly, you can't fuck it up. He's just like great.
Is it weird that I'm just like, I'm gonna now use this podcast to talk to Chris? Chris, are you an A's fan? Anyways,
what?
A's fan, like the baseball team?
Oh, okay.
That was okay. First of all, that's why I'm glad you didn't understand that. So okay, see, that was a moment between me and Chris. Okay? But I was like, we're gonna have to teach you a lot about Oakland. Yeah. Oh my God, me and him could talk about Too Short and my love for Too Short.
Oh yeah. He likes Too Short.
I love Too Short. Chris, we're best friends. But okay, getting back to, it's just the idea that Chris met these expectations. Like if you're like, oh wow, I wasn't asking too much, because that's what happens sometimes in a relationship where you ask something of your partner and they're like, no, that's too much. And then you kind of go to your next partner and you're like, so is it like okay that you like, I don't know, like don't cheat on me? And they're like, yeah, of course not. You know what I mean?
It's like he's like, he would, and honestly, it's crazy. Like I didn't feel crazy. Like I didn't feel like I had to lurk him or find some other bitch on his Instagram or Twitter. Like I just don't get that vibe that he's just grimy like that at all. Like, yeah. And that's another thing too, is like that made me want to approach him, was the fact that like I never saw any tweet or content that was ever disrespectful towards women. you know? And that was like the biggest thing towards me. I was like, I want to talk to this man.
Yeah.
Like, he seems great, you know?
And it speaks a lot to you and your own like trust issues where you're like, even if there is a girl lurking.
It's crazy. I realize I have trust issues.
See?
Morgan created the
That's
trust
what I'm
issues.
Girl!
Because I'm not like jealous with him at all. I'm not. And I know that I'm getting butter. Like, I like him a lot, but it's also like, I don't feel like I need to be like looking through your phone or like feel like you're gonna cheat on me or anything like that.
Isn't it so nice when you get
So
past
good.
that, where you just are kind of like, oh, we're good.
Right.
Oh, we're great. Wow, I'm just a normal human being. I'm not a crazy bitch, you know, because you're
Right.
so used to being projected by an insecure man of being this person, or by an insecure woman. Anyone who's listening. But you're so used to being projected as this crazy person that when you meet someone else and they're like, show me you're crazy, and you show them you're normal, and they're like, that's not crazy.
Yeah, literally, he's just like, he just thinks I'm like the sweetest person ever. I was like,
He
thank
also
God.
obviously has listened to this entire podcast.
Right,
so
for
he
years.
knows what you were
He's heard
working
some
with.
shit. He's heard some shit.
And he's still talking to you. I'm just saying. That's big, and that's great. And it obviously says a lot about Chris is obviously very, like has confidence. Like he's very confident in his person and has like a self-esteem that he's like proud of.
He's like, I trust you. Like, I don't feel like you're out there, like, you know, so.
So what's next?
What is? We're not done with the story.
Oh, God, does he ruin? Okay, this is going to be a long episode. Let's go.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't even care how, as long as the story is told. Yeah, so I don't know. I just like, again, I cried. And I don't know, it just put me in this mood. Like, I kept comparing things to like the way I wanted things to go. You know, I just thought of Morgan, of everything. I just thought like,
It makes sense.
Just
It's
comparing,
okay.
just comparing everything. And the next day, you know, we go back to my place and I make us like some breakfast, and I had to work a little bit, so it was like multitasking, working, hanging out with him. But I just felt it like in my heart that like I couldn't do it.
That's okay.
Like and it's not because I didn't like him or he did too much. It was because I was like, I feel like Chris is just such an amazing person, an amazing lover, has an amazing heart. It's almost like I saw myself in him. No,
Yeah.
not to
That's
my own horn, but
He has a nice pony.
he has a nice ponytail.
He has a nice ponytail. Okay, great.
No, but I saw myself in him in a way where there'll be times with dudes where they'll be like, I don't, want a relationship, or this, that, whatever, and I'm just willing to just deal with it,
Yes.
even though it's like not really what I deserve.
Yes.
So I just feel like he deserves a woman that is just healed from something like that, And I'm not saying that I'm not deserving of love. I know that I'm deserving of love, but that's the thing. I know that I'm deserving of love, and I need to give that to myself because
Right.
I've been working 2 jobs. I have this show, and my free time is with him, and it seemed fine. I was great until I got triggered and I realized, I still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
And it's almost like I just felt like I just want to be alone. Like it's like I'm dating too soon,
Okay.
And
That's a very vulnerable, raw thing to realize that you're like, maybe this is too soon.
right, because here I am with Chris. I keep wanting to say his real name, with Chris.
Don't
and and he's literally like the dude that I've been manifesting, right?
Right.
And I just feel like I'm just not there yet. It's like I couldn't, like, in that moment I just saw like just physically what was happening. Like he's all in, like he's laying his heart out to me, and he's ready, and he's in the moment, and I couldn't be in the moment because I'm thinking about my ex.
Right.
And I just don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair to him. I don't think that's fair to me, because I can't continue to fake it or suppress it. I want to face it head on. I want to face the emotion head on. I want to face that I'm still healing. It's been 2 months.
And it's something you have to do alone, unfortunately.
Right, exactly. And I know that he's so patient that he's willing to like pretty much work through with it with me, but like I I can't do that. I can't. Like, I just need to be alone, you know? So the morning after, you know, we were just hanging out, but I still felt like my mood was down. And then before he left, I didn't think that I was going to do this, but it just happened. It just naturally happened because we were just ended up talking about everything. And he was just saying how much he really liked me and that he's just so happy that he got to see me and just had a great time. And I just pretty much just like broke down and was like, I know my ex is shitty. I don't want to get back with my ex at all. That's not the case here.
No one's going to allow you to that happen.
No one's going to allow that to happen.
Best believe no one's going to allow that to happen.
It's true. Like, I mean, and I won't allow that to happen at all, you know, and I'm at that point where I don't want to. I know I don't want to. But it doesn't take away the fact that, like, just 3 months ago, just over 2 months ago, like, I was telling Morgan every single day how much I love him. And I meant that shit. I fell in love with this man. Yeah. And it's unfortunate that it was toxic and that it was messy and it was dramatic. But, like, no matter what.
Doesn't change the feeling.
Doesn't change the feeling. I still love Morgan, you know? And so, and I can't just, like, brush away the feeling. I just have to heal the feeling of loss. Like, I'm grieving a loss. Like, I'm mourning a loss.
It's a mourning that you have to go through.
You know? And, like, and Chris is just so incredible that, like, if I would ever be with Chris or someone like, just someone who's the epitome of the man that I should be with, like, I should be at my best. I don't want to carry on baggage, you know? And I also don't want to just keep hopping. Like, I just don't feel like, it's like later on I might come, it's just trauma that I just need to just heal. That's really what that is. So I just pretty much, I just told him, like, look, it's because I know that he could probably get in his head, just as we all do, thinking that, like, he did something wrong, you know, that maybe he was like, did I do too much? Like, I don't understand, you know?
No, he sounds like he was perfect. Sometimes perfection is very intimidating, though.
Exactly. And that's why I said, I was like, literally everything you did was so right.
You were like, it was ideal.
It was, yeah. I was like, there's nothing that you did that was wrong or weird or anything. Like, you did everything that I would have wanted you to do. It's me. Like, I need to deal with this right now. Like, I can't, like, especially with Chris, like, he's someone I would want to be with seriously, not someone that I would just want to be with for right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what he deserves. So
you're not writing him off.
Yeah, I just told him, like, he's like, so you don't want me to hit you up anymore? And I was like, I just need to be alone, you know?
So do you not want him hitting you up anymore?
I mean, I told him, like, if he ever called me, I'll always pick up. It's not like cold turkey, don't fuck with me anymore or anything like that. It's just like, we can't talk every day for hours on end, you know, be visiting each other. And as much as I would love to, you just
need some space.
I just need space.
Because you don't know what 2020 single Steph looks like.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't want to date anyone right now. And I'm just like, I'm actually okay with being alone.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be alone.
That says something, though. That's like a moment where I feel like a lot of people skip or miss out on when it is the breakup phase. When you get to that point where it's like, oh, no, I'm okay with myself. Like, I'm okay to be alone. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people, it's like terrifying, but that's terrified. Like the most healing happens, though.
Yeah, I was terrified. Y'all heard me crying on my episodes?
Yeah.
Like how horny I was and lonely and shit. Like, you heard it. That was the phase of just like, and it's crazy. The episode with Jafra, the one that just came out this week, where she's like shitting on me, like,
gotta love a Jafra.
And I like cried. That was the day before I DM'd Chris.
Oh my!
So that goes to show where I was.
And now look at you and listen to you.
Yeah.
You got a black pony on. You know? You just got your fit, boo.
Right. I'm just got my black pony on.
Yes. You're just like, oh, look at that. What is that? 9 inches? What are we working with?
I don't know.
Oh, that's like 7. That's a good one, though.
There's a little flare at the end.
Yes, I see that.
Thank you.
But yes, you have to... You can't find yourself in someone else. You have to find yourself within yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's terrifying and it's scary. And, like, let's be honest. I mean, I'm rooting for Chris in a sense that not right now, though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm rooting for Chris just as, like, whatever he is in the future. Like, and that's what I think maybe is also safe and sacred that you need to figure out is what it would look like to actually go slow. And maybe the slowness starts with, I don't talk to him every day. I text him like, oh, I miss you, or like, hey, what's up? Or not even I miss you, just like, oh, I saw this funny meme, or like, you know, oh, this, oh my God, what's, you know, fill in the blank artist just came out with a new song.
Right.
And like being friendly and everything and just seeing where time takes both of you, but it has nothing to do with him.
No, nothing at all. Nothing. And I told him that too, because he, like, when we were talking before he left, like, we were both crying and like just like hugging each other and just crying. I love that he cries, actually.
I think that's great. I
so
mean,
great.
honestly, that's like the most manly thing you can do in the
Honestly,
world.
it's yeah.
I mean,
it sucked that I made him cry, don't get me wrong, but like, but
like in a way that's, because without knowing what Chris is going through, obviously he might be a little ahead of you on the healing process, but probably is looking back at you on the healing road and being like, oh, she needs to come meet me. You know what I mean? Like, you're not there yet. And like, you have to go do that by yourself. But it's crying in a good way, because in a way it's just basically just being like, I get it. It sucks. It sucks. Right. It sucks that you guys can't just like dive back into it. And
it's not that easy.
It's really not.
And if you want like a healthy, good relationship with anyone, like you can't. You got to
be solo. Yeah. I was literally single for 5 years. I had 5 years of just trying to explore myself. And I'm not saying that's going to happen for you, because with I feel like with Anthony it was a year. You know, but everyone does it differently. It depends on what happened in the situation. It depends on like what you're going through. You know, you got to wait for the right person. You meet the right person. Now you got to figure out what you want to do with your life. You just have to be patient. And most importantly, you have to put yourself first, because you put Morgan ahead of everything else.
I did.
And now you don't even know what it looks like to put Steph first.
And honestly, like, and I'm gonna say it here, loud and proud. Not proud, but I'm gonna say it loud, with my loud friend right here.
Right? So you're my clap fan.
Yeah. Oh, it's in my fucking profile. I am a serial dater. I hop from one dude to the next, and
oh my God, this is heavy. Okay. Yeah.
So, now I just really want to cut that. That behavior.
You don't even want to date yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you know how some people are like, I just want to date myself. No, you just want to like kick it with yourself. You're trying to become friends with yourself.
Exactly. I'm just trying to love myself.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong. Like it's time for me to just be alone. Like, I've just always been dealing with so much bullshit, and especially now coming out of something that was so heavy. Yeah. I'm like,
and so toxic.
And it's crazy.
So
I've never admitted this to anyone. I even admitted it to Morgan. And the only person that knows is Kelsey, because she was right there when I said it. But I remember being outside the Virgil, and I see Morgan at the hot dog stand. And I turned to Kelsey. I'm like, he looks like Charles. I'm going to get at that.
Oh,
and that's why, because at that moment, I was getting over Charles. So what did I do? I saw Morgan. Oh, he looks like my ex. Let me go flirt with him. So then I jump into that. And there was Bobby. There was just like so much back to back to back, because I'm trying to avoid something,
Yeah.
And so.
Oh my God, you like look different.
Do I?
In a weird way.
It's the black hair.
It's the
and
pony.
I had the wing eyeliner
But like
on.
also, but no, I don't know. I just feel like, and I mean that like also in kind of like a voodoo weird, aura, spiritual way, where I'm like, oh shit. Like as you're talking, I'm like, oh fuck, this is a different Steph. I like her. I've always loved her, but I like this.
I love her. I love
this too.
Yeah.
What also you got to remember too is that in a way, Chris has taught you you're worthy of a lot of great shit. And since he gave you that amazing like gift, you're going to take that gift and you're going to compilate it for yourself. You're not ready to share that gift with someone else yet.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And exactly. So I just, again, right before Morgan, I was like, he looks like Charles. Went to Morgan. And then right before I hit up Chris, I was crying about Morgan.
Yep.
And so I hit up Chris. Yeah. And I'm like, I need to stop doing this. you know, like.
And especially, I love that you're stopped doing this with someone that you're like, oh no, this guy's worth my actual time.
Right.
But he can't meet me right now.
He can't meet me like this.
Maybe like 2 years from now, 6 months from now, whenever.
Right.
Sure, absolutely.
Not, yeah.
But not this. Yep. Because like as much as you sound like you have everything together, this moment in particular took some time too to get you here. Mm-hmm. So like, I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. My therapist is so proud of me too.
Oh my God.
She was just like, she was just like, she literally just stood up and just started laughing. She was just like, yes. Like she was fucking, and it made me feel good because I was like questioning, like, shit, am I like just running away from a good thing because I'm scared? Like now I have a great thing and I don't know how to like deal with something so great. Like I was thinking, like, am I just like, what is wrong with me? You know? But then no, it's because I'm healing. Yeah, and that's just the reality of it.
But also, you know, you are worthy of it. You're like, oh, this is what I deserve. But not right now.
Yeah, but not.
This is what I need. Okay, cool. So I know what healthy looks like.
Right.
When I go back and order that, that's what I want. Right now, though, I'm not that hungry. My appetite's different.
I'm like, okay, I don't want to fuck it up with Chris.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck it up.
I don't want to fuck it up.
You're really. I think that a lot of people listening to this are going to be kind of confused, but it's either because they haven't experienced such intense heartbreak yet that they're like, why would you do that? But
I know, because the old me would have been like, whatever, you have an amazing dude, just jump on it.
Why don't fuck it up? And you're like, no, I'm not going to fuck it up in a whole nother way, because you have to be there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. All 10,000% of your body, mind, heart, all have to be there. And if they're in different hotel rooms, but you're in one room with Chris, you know what I mean? But your heart's somewhere else and your stomach's somewhere else and your brain's somewhere else. You're not there with him.
Yeah. And he doesn't deserve that.
And he doesn't deserve that. And you technically don't deserve that either, because you can't be in, that's how loveless marriages happen, or that's how loveless relationships happen, because there isn't enough love for the person involved. Like, you know how many people I see that like, everyone's like, oh my God, that's the greatest couple ever. And then you find out they break up. And I'm like, yeah, because they didn't love themselves. You know what I mean? They loved each other. But like, what did they do for themselves?
Exactly.
And that's what you're doing. You're like loving.
Like, let me just love me and just be alone and not have to deal with jumping from one dude to next. No. It's because
you're not going to find yourself in other dudes.
No,
you're only going to find yourself in yourself.
And that's the thing. Is like, that's why now with therapy, that's why I started therapy, is I'm going to start really backtracking, because it's beyond Chris, Morgan, Charles, Davion, Bobby, to Kevin, to whatever. You're like, who's Kevin?
Weird Dick Kevin? No, that was Kenny. Oh,
no, yeah, Kevin was my high school boyfriend.
Oh wait, yeah, but Kevin, that's high school. But yes, Kevin.
Yeah, but he was like 5 years.
Yes,
yeah. Like it's beyond all of these dudes. Like my fucking roll call from years. I have to go back to why I am the way that I like. Just heal something. Like heal that. Like what we talked about in the long distance. Really, there's that inner child that we're just trying to heal and like just raise and shit like that. Like that's where I'm at. I'm like, okay, because I'm ready, not ready, but I want a healthy, loving relationship.
To accept it. You're not ready to be in it yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you have to go talk to 8-year-old Steph and be like, hey, sweetheart, remember our abandonment issues? Let's talk about that.
Right.
Let's see where that happened.
Right.
Because we can go find it in these men or blame these men. But really, like, come on. We're not bad people. So why do we behave badly? Yeah.
Why do we do this to ourselves?
So why do we do this to ourselves? And that's fine. You know, you got to check in with, like, it's like how, like, as you probably realize in therapy, your core for a lot of your problems is because of your parents, because of what your parents have. But when you learn that your parents are the fault for your problems, they no longer become the problem. You're like, oh, I know the source, but how do I get better? You know what I mean? You can't keep blaming your parents.
No,
like,
exactly.
I hate you, mom and dad. No, once
just accepting.
You accept that information and then you process it forward. But you can't put blame on them anymore. Once you learn that, you can't put blame on them anymore.
Because they're also a set of people who have their own trauma.
Yes, their own weird universe. And you look at them and they're older than you and you're like, ooh, this is how you turned out? Like, okay, before I get to that age, I'm trying
to break a generational curse.
Oh, God.
And that's literally That's literally what I'm going through. It's like
Yes.
it's not just me that I'm trying to heal. It's just like generational thing, you know?
Oh my God, I get that. I have that conversation with my mom all the time because
Yeah.
my dad has a fucked up, horrible families. They're awful. And my mom's always like, why is he like that? And I'm like, it's genetic. You got to figure out how you distract
They went
that
through
from
some
DNA.
shit, so they keep like it just keeps going down.
Going.
Like,
but I can't be mad at him because of that. Like I can't be mad at my dad because of the fucked up shit his mom did to him. She's horrible. But like I see it, I register it, and I'm like, yo, but like look how much he has done though.
Right.
Like we turned out pretty well. My sister and I turned out pretty well. We're fine.
We love Rose.
We love Rose. We love Claire, you know, but like it's that thing though that you're doing.
Right.
You like, and that's why I was describing that like that sadness. It's because literally when you were in that hotel room, Morgan disappeared, like Chris disappeared. It was just the fact that this action of love was presented in front of you and your reaction was to cry. So that says you're not ready for it. That you like, that was your whole, like your like reaction of like love and caring and you cried. Oh, I'm not ready. Nope, sorry. Yeah, this isn't when I thought it was going to be. But when you're ready and you don't cry, that's when you know it's good love.
Exactly.
That's when you're like, when you accept it and you're in it and you're enjoying your hotel room and you're curled up with like your Chris or whoever, that's when you're like, oh, I did it. I earned this. Right now, though, you have to earn that by yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. That was a great story. It was like the Thoughtacy. You know? Like Zola's movie. I'm so excited for that movie. But like, yeah, it was just like,
so
wow. Okay, you guys. Broke Girl Therapy got mature.
for real. My therapist said that too. She's like, your listeners need growth. I was like, I agree. Let's give it to them. And so she's like working through it with me.
This is broke woman therapy. Okay.
Bitch. We graduated.
We major.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I think only time can tell if me and Chris do end up together. You know, I told him obviously like don't wait for me. Like continue to live your life and we'll just see what happens. But I'm always here.
But Chris, you're dope, you're amazing, you're great.
Oh my God, incredible.
You're gonna make someone very, very happy, whether that's you or someone else. He sounds the dopest.
He's just he's amazing, and
I can't wait for you to be as amazing and get that. And you're getting there.
I am.
You really are.
I'm getting it together.
Yeah. If it wasn't COVID, this is the moment you would hug.
I know.
So like, no, what is that?
I don't know.
Creeper hands.
I know. So I don't know. We'll see. Only time can tell.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of me too. I'm proud of
Don't
myself.
you love that feeling? Don't you love when you're proud of yourself?
Damn, I'm fucking dope.
Yes, because you're not questioning it. Like when someone's like, "Oh my God, you're beautiful and amazing," and you're like, "Oh God, but I didn't shower today," or whatever.
I am.
But you're like, "No, I fucking am."
Right.
Oh,
feels so good. Oh my God. But I'm excited for the work that's going to be done, and I'm even excited for what life just throws at me, and like bad and good, you know. Like I feel like I'm ready just to really conquer more and to just get more life experience and just see where it goes.
Yes. Wow.
Look
this is
at
like
us.
when you would play like Godspeed by like Frank Ocean or something.
Yeah.
Like it's the end of
And
the
he
indie
loves
movie.
Frank Ocean.
I love Frank Ocean.
I know. So
that's great.
I know, Chris, you're amazing. If you're listening, you're great.
Yeah, come on. He made you a playlist. He's an amazing human being.
I still want that playlist, by the way. That was a really good playlist.
Yeah. Oh God, you better give it to us, Chris. Give us the playlist in the comments below. Use someone else's account because people will stalk you, but post the playlist. We are okay with Spotify, even though Apple Music is slightly better. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that you're going on this journey. I love that you gave yourself that moment of growth and you experienced happiness.
Exactly. And I got to spend time with someone, and it really opened me up to a lot of just like growth.
And it reminded you spend time with someone, but then you realized I have not spent enough time with myself.
Yeah. Yeah. So here we are. Until next time.
Until fucking next time. What if this in a weird way is like the end of an indie movie? Like this is the last episode. It's not the last episode, but it's just like I'm sorry.
New chapter.
It's a new. It is literally a new chapter. Is this the last? Is this a season finale?
No, I hope not.
Oh, okay.
No,
we still have more episodes. Okay, sorry.
Trust
this is
me.
like a mid break.
Here's the thing. That like I feel like there's always still so much fucking more. To talk about because shit happens.
Oh my God, yes.
So
we still have to do the brunch one, rose all day. Exactly. Like we still have to do my takeover. Also, Jafra and I have to be on here together at once.
I literally have like a fucking Google Drive of ideas that still needs to like get executed.
I know. So. I also do want there to be like a council of boys. Like I want there to like be at least like 4 dudes on here.
I need more men on the show.
Drop them below, men. Men's. Let's be on the shows.
Yeah. Because I just, men are fun to like do the show with.
It's also nice to hear a male perspective.
And the ladies love it because they love Quay.
Quay is, why is he like literally like, I just want to get, I don't even drink, but I'm like, I want to get a beer with you. Is that weird? I don't drink. It would be a ginger beer. But he's just like someone where I'm like, you're, like he also reminds me of one of my best guy friends, Alex, growing up, where I'm like, oh yeah, you've put up with a lot, sir. And I respect you for that.
No, he's great. He's just fun. I could just like bring him anywhere and he's fine.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Don't you love that you just drop a human?
Right, exactly.
That's one of my favorite things about people is like whenever I'm like, if I bring you at a party and you cling on to me, no. But like, we just go somewhere and you're like all of a sudden talking to your best friends with like everyone at the party.
That's literally him. Like he'll just show up places, but like he's someone who could go. I don't know. He's great, but he's just
OG.
He's just kicking it. You know.
Yeah.
He's kicking it quick.
But it's not the season finale. No. There's a lot more chapters. But yes, this is the ending of a chapter and like a whole new experience.
It's like the end of my 20s. And the 30s is a whole other thing.
Girl, it's only been a year in my 30s and I love it. I mean, yes, a pandemic has happened in my first year of being 30, but like, bitch, I love being 30.
Yes. And I'm excited to fucking be in my 30s. So 29 and going through all of this is like,
it's your Saturn return.
Yeah.
I don't know much about that, but it's not important to say.
Yeah, no, that's what they say.
It's like 27 to 30. It's like the place where Saturn was when you were born.
Everything just
comes
shifts,
back.
right.
Yes, it's painful. There's a lot of growth.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
So that's where I'm at.
Deep.
And so I'm excited for my 30s because I feel like shit. Look, Carrie Bradshaw and all of them were in the 30s in Sex and the City, and like they were living their motherfucking lives.
Also, Sarah Jessica Parker is like I think in late 50s and looks amazing. So like I can't wait to be 60 and wear costume jewelry all the time.
I could see you doing that.
You know what I mean? I just want to like wear big like necklaces and like crazy diamond earrings and like crazy. Now that I have to wear glasses, like crazy.
I could see you as a 6-year-old with just like dripping in costume jewelry.
Oh yes, like I just want to be like
and like a fur coat.
Oh, I was wearing a fur coat today for like an hour and then it got hot. And I was like, I miss you. But yes, like I think another thing. My ending thought would be there is nothing wrong with aging. Aging is literally rent. You pay it once a year. Yeah. It's just a thing you pay to stay on this planet. And I think there's nothing beautiful than aging.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love getting older. I think it's great. And I think it's, we put too much pressure on like women in their 30s or like, 40s
oh my God,
old.
I'm
it's
excited.
not.
I have to like change like the description for this like show because it's like in my 20 something. I'm like, oh damn, it's the last. I gotta change that once I turn 30. Like, when I put 30 something, is that cute? Like,
it's a 30 something. That's what Sex and the City. If you look up what Sex and the City is about, it's 30 something.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. The day of my
There's a show literally that was big in the 90s called 30 somethings.
Okay, there we go.
At 30 is like there's nothing wrong with 30. My dad said 40 sucks, but I think that's because he's a dude. But like we got 10 years until there. A lot can happen in 10 years.
So much. A lot just happened in 2 months.
I know. A lot has happened. We've been in this pandemic for 7 months.
Yeah.
A lot can happen.
A lot.
And a lot of it's
And imagine
happen.
having like kids, like the kind of content I have when I have children.
I can't wait to tell your children so many things when they're like, what's period sex? And I'm like, well,
listen to this episode.
Let me adjust my costume jewelry and explain it to you. Why is Auntie Rose so weird?
They're gonna call you Tita Rose.
Oh, fuck yeah, I love that. Oh, I love that.
Tita Rose.
It just has a great ring to it.
Yeah,
like
Tita Rose.
Mom doesn't yet.
Mom.
I don't want to be Mom Rose yet. But like
Rose.
Yeah, it's
Rose.
just making
Tita
an
Rose
and.
is cute.
I love that. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
That's just your name on the show. Tita Rose is here.
Oh my God, we'll do a segment where they ask me questions and it's just like me and my glasses.
It's like your character on the show.
Yeah.
Tita Rose.
I'm getting used to them. It hurts.
Oh my God, we're running out of time. Plug yourself,
okay.
bitch.
Oh yeah.
And we can talk all day. Like, I feel like one day I just want to do like kind of like a Seinfeld type of shit where we just literally talk about nothing.
And don't we? Already?
But like we don't even have like a like a topic.
I feel like our first episode was like,
that's true.
just meet Rose. That was literally the entire episode. Jaffer being like, nah, you're gonna love this bitch. You're gonna love her. You're gonna spark. It's amazing. And then it was like, but like, yeah, Seinfeld.
Yeah. Well, we had a topic idea. We're like, okay, let's do thirst trap, whatever. And we just went from off of that. But like one day, literally, let's not even brainstorm and just come on and just be like, hey, and catch up and just see where life goes.
Let's do it.
Right?
We could do it live too. We could take some questions.
I always wanted to do like a live show at the Virgil with you. That is my motherfucking goal. With DJ Jedi. Which he listens to the show, by the way.
I love him. This is your shout out, DJ Jedi. Sponsored by DJ Jedi. Okay, sorry. At Rose_Edistone. You guys have named me Rose. That's my name now. I love it. So yes, at Rose_Edistone, and I'm on the new blog at theblock.com. Also, check out Sneakerheads on Netflix on September 25th.
Wait, is that the show that you did?
I know. I wrote that show 3 years ago.
Wait, I'm excited.
I am too. Trust me, I'm really excited too. We wrote it a long time ago, but Sneakerheads. And then also American Pie out.
You did American Pie too?
Yeah, I wrote some jokes for that movie.
Oh,
I don't know when.
Rose.
And I don't know when American Pie comes out. Sometime it's like American
soon.
Pie, Girls Rule. But yeah, there I am. Plug. Now you plug.
And then follow me, Stefanie Maegan, or go to brocotherapy.com. All that shit is there.
Because therapy is too expensive. Unless you have health care.
Not even. My healthcare sucks.
Oh, mine too.
It doesn't really.
Oh, God. Oh, vote. Can we vote?
Yeah. Register
to vote, you guys.
Register to vote.
It's vote. Okay. Or say bye, bitch, to your country. Okay? Or bitch bye. Oh, I'm so dyslexic. It's not bye, bitch. It's bitch bye.
Either or works.
Or yes, vote, you guys. It's very important. It's amazing. Okay,
get him the fuck out of the motherfucking office.
Yeah, or just like vote in general. If it like, you know what I mean. It's important. We need a bipartisan ticket. Don't just vote for presidents. Vote for your governors and your mayors. Look what's up. Legislations are bills. You can't complain about shit if you're not gonna vote. If you don't vote, I think your Twitter account should be taken away.
Yeah.
If you don't vote and you complain about a president, well then sorry, you have no one to blame but yourself because you didn't vote.
There you go. So fucking vote, register to vote now. It's so easy. Go do that.
It's so easy. It's
so
literally voteregister.org.
Thank you for that.
You're
So I've been
welcome.
telling myself to like announce that more and I keep forgetting.
Oh, I will just use this clip over and over again.
Okay. Then we'll put it on TikTok.
Yes, exactly. Yes, TikTok, vote. I came up with this catchphrase, which was, you ready for this?
Go.
This is my catchphrase for voting. You could be at Coachella right now if Donald Trump didn't make... I know, I can't even talk. Let's try again. Take 2. You could be at Coachella right now if Donald Trump didn't make America into Firefest.
Oh!
Think about it. COVID, okay? You could be at Coachella right now if it wasn't for Trump.
Okay, bye. Jeez. Okay, bye.
On that note, okay, bye.
Growth therapy.